Welcome back to EdTech by Meera, and in today's lesson we are gonna do Python dictionaries. So now what's a Python dictionary? What's a dictionary? It's again a collection of items which is similar to what you find in lists and tuples, but the only difference is there is just items. Here each item is gonna be in a pair value, that is key value pair. Means there will be a key and there will be a value for that key, particular key. And then for every item it will be like a key value pair, and every item that is a key value pair will be separated out by commas, and it will be put together inside a curly bracket or curly braces like this. So let's consider a dictionary. I call it a name of pet names. Yeah. So I have this key value pair. The key is going to be a dog, and remember it has to be a string, and then colon. After the colon, what you write? The value of the dog. That means, in this case, the name of dog. So, like for example, I have these pets. I have a dog by the name of John. I have cat by the name of Gigu, and so on and so forth. So, this is called a key value pair, and each pair is separated by commas. And it's put inside a curly brace or curly bracket. So just for fun's sake, consider one more animal or one more pet called monkey, because I love monkeys. Ha ha ha. What name you want to give monkey? I want to give it a human name, Ron. So funny, right? So, and then after this, I want to print out this dictionary. So what do I say? Print pet names. That's it. Just like you do for lists and tuples. Remember the main difference, one is curly braces, another one key value pair. Each item is in a form of key value pairs, and each item is separated by commas, of course. And then let's just print it out. So here I'm giving a simple example so that you can follow better. Sorry, my keyboard is acting up. It's not moving. Oh my God, is the return key not working? Okay, there you go. So I want to print the pet names. So print, the print command, the print function, print, and then pet names. That's it. So let's see what happens. What is the outcome you get? So let's see how it exists in the dictionary form. There you go. Dog, John, cat, Gigu, monkey, Ron, or like a key value pair, the key and the value, the pet name and the pet and the name, the pet and the name. Yeah, that's the key and the value inside a curly bracket. So open and close curly bracket. So this is the way a dictionary is supposed to look like. So this example is just to show you how to create a dictionary and how does it look like, and what is the meaning of dictionary in Python. How does it feel like and look like? Yeah. So let's consider more examples in order to see some more characteristics of Python dictionaries. So stay tuned till the end of the video so that you get to know each and every feature of important features of Python dictionaries, which you're supposed to be using most of the time, most frequently for your projects. So those ones I have listed out here, the most essential ones that you would be using as a beginner for making Python projects and exercises. Yeah. There you go. The next example. So what I'll be doing is I'll be just using one or two examples and then explaining the different features. Now there are some important attributes or characteristics that you have to remember for dictionary. So these keys, remember, must be unique. So meaning specific, cannot change. Each key has to be like, for example, suddenly I cannot say, like I've already mentioned Gigu is my cat, and suddenly the cat cannot become a monkey, the monkey cannot become a cat, but the values can change, but the keys cannot change, in other words. And then if there's a duplicate value, let's see what happens. So for example here, I've created a duplicate value for dog, So dog, first value, the name itself was John. The second name, I want to call it like Alan. All very humanistic, right? Wow. I love my cats and dogs to be humanistic. Okay. So let's see what happens when you have a duplicate. There you go. So dog, the first value, John, was replaced by, or rather overwritten by the last value that you assign, which is Alan. So John becomes Alan, which means when you write a duplicate value, the last time or the second time, whatever was the value the last time written will override the previously written value. That's a very important thing. So that's why you have to remember that keys must be unique. For example, a dog cannot be John also, Alan also. A dog has to be either John or Alan. In this case, Alan, because the last one will override the first one. So this is a very important thing that you need to remember for the keys characteristics in Python. Okay. Now, there are different types of keys, like in this case, integer key, or rather, integer could be a key. So let's take an example where an integer is forming the key. Yeah. So different character types could be forming a key in the key value pair. So first example we want to take is integer as a key in this case. Yeah, so integer, like let's say for example, this is a key value pair, right? So one is the key. The one written as an integer is a key here, colon. One as a string, that's the value. Now I've written one, it could be something else also, just to tell you. So 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, whatever you want to write. This is just a basic example to show key as an integer with a value each. Yeah, so 1, 1 and then 2, 2. So this is possible. If you print out, you will get it in the same format, the dictionary form. So I want to print my dictionary just to show my dict. You can call it my dict, my dictionary, whatever you want to say, or my underscore dict, my underscore dictionary. So let's see what's happening here. There you go, 1, 1, 2, 2. So this is now being created in a dictionary format. Within curly braces, each key value pair separated by commas. So this is done. So this is an example of a key where the key is an integer. Now let's see another example where your key happens to be a tuple. Now we already learned tuple, remember the previous lessons. If you have not gone through it, I will be leaving a link in the description below. You can go through what is tuple, the previous video. Okay, so the tuple as a key. So let's consider the same name, my dict, and then curly braces. So if you remember tuple, how does it exist? Within round brackets or a parenthesis. Yeah. So here 1, 2, the tuple is 1, 2 within the round brackets here, parenthesis. This is your tuple, which happens to be a key also in this case, in this dictionary. And then 1, 2. As a string, similar for whatever you want to write. So here only the first one is a tuple, yeah, 1, 2, in a tuple format, the key, and then we want to print out my dict. Let's see what happens. So one of the keys is a tuple here. So we want to see if there's any error and is it giving you the outcome of a dictionary. There you go. It is a valid dictionary and it's giving you a valid dictionary format in the output. So it's correct. So that means you can have an integer as a key and you can have a tuple as a key. It's a valid one, valid format to have a dictionary, to have keys in a dictionary. So let's see some more examples. So you've seen tuple as a key, you've seen integer as a key. Let's see some more example scenarios. So here we want to see another example where the key is a list, where your key in this dictionary is going to be a list. If you remember you've done list in one of the previous, in one of my previous tutorials, it was a list. I will, or if you've not seen that yet, I will also include a description, a link below in the description. So here, let me make the list as a key. Okay, first one is an integer 1, hey, so that's an integer value pair. The first key is an integer. Second one, as you can see, is a list. So there are 2 digits here, 1, 6. So this is a list. I'm not going to explain what's a list again because I've already done that with you. I'll just include a link in the description below. So 1, 6. So 1, 6 happens to be the key here and it's a list. And then the value for it, hey, for example. I mean, this doesn't make much sense. It is just for example case. So don't feel frightened by this example. Okay, it doesn't make sense. Just for example scenarios. So 1, 6 as the list is a key here, one of the keys here, and then we print out my dict. So we want to know if this is a valid key or not. List as a key. Sorry. Okay. Oh, it's giving unhashable type. Okay. Sorry. It's giving you an error. So why is it giving you an error? Let's try to figure out why the list as a key is giving you an error. Sorry, bad throat. I had an early morning swim for 1 hour non-stop cough. Okay, that means tuple is allowed, integer is allowed as a key, but list is not allowed as a key, which is why it's giving you an error. As simple as that. Now, if you remember, list is mutable, but the keys in dictionary is not supposed to be mutable, right? It is unique. So, which is one of the reasons also it's giving an error. And list is not allowed as a key. Okay. Consider another scenario where the string is a key here. Okay. So, like for example, let's write the dictionary format first, curly braces, and then inside that the key value pair, my dictionary or my dict. Okay. String as a key. This is, I'm going to write a string here, like I call it India, country, and then key. So the key is India, which is a country, and then the value, I want to write the city in the country. Yeah, so let's say Mumbai. So Mumbai is one of the cities in the country India. So I can write Mumbai, Delhi, whatever. The values, yeah. So this is the key value pair. And then if you see Mumbai, Delhi, that's a list. Value as a list is okay. Key as a list is not okay. Mind you, keep that also in mind. Because value can be mutable, but not the key. That's the reason also. So then you print out my dict. Let's see what's happening here, the outcome. Oh wait, I need to, it's interfering with another print function. So let me comment out the previous print functions. Okay, the previous ones have all been commented out. So now it should be fine. Okay. Let's get set going. India is a key here. It's a string, and the values is a list. Also string by itself, the characters, Mumbai and Delhi, which are the cities in the country India. And then I want to print my dict. And thanks to all those who are already subscribed. To those who are not yet subscribed, please remember to bash that subscribe button and the bell button. Literally bash it, smash it, so that you are informed every time I upload a new tutorial. Okay, still it's giving out there. It's still, I've still some other print function which is interfering. So let me reload my file and check. Is there something wrong? Oh yeah, the previous ones. It's if it's a similar value but with different similar name of the dictionary but with different values, it might interfere with the result. So that's why. So let me comment out all the previous values of the dictionaries. Previous dictionaries, I mean to say, yeah. All of them gone, yeah. Now just one left, one dictionary only. So now it should be fine. There you go. So India, Mumbai, Delhi. So it's working. Yeah. So it's okay to have string as a key in your dictionary. And it's okay to have a list as a value in your dictionary. Because lists are mutable, and in dictionaries, values are the key. In the key values, the values are mutable, but the keys are not mutable. So it's okay also. That's what I was trying to show through this example here. Let's see some more examples to understand more features associated with dictionaries, so that we understand dictionaries in Python thoroughly. So what if you want to access some items inside a dictionary? Let's say there are lots of items and you want to access a particular item or a specific item inside a dictionary. How do you do that? So this is what we are going to learn here in this part, in this section. How do you do that? So for this we are going to take the example dictionary of pet names that we created earlier. So we say print pet names, and then inside the square brackets, we are not going to write the index here, mind you, like in the previous case. We are going to write the keys. Remember, the pet names, cat, dog, monkey, etc. were the keys, not the values. So we are going to access it by using the keys inside the square brackets. There you go. It's not yet come. So we just want to access the cat key. So the value of cat should be accessed, would be the outcome. Okay, there's something else which is interfering with the outcome. Oh yeah, I think I commented out my pet. So that's why it's not showing. No. Yeah, there you go, print pet names. So the entire pet names was coming out. I just want to access only one key here, which is the cat. So only one item I want to access, which is why I say pet names and then the key value of cat. There you go, Gigu. So if I want to get the value of the pet name cat or of the key cat, then this is how I do. Print whatever pet names, the name of the dictionary, and then within the square bracket I write the string name, that is I write the key. I write the key as a string, like in this case it's a string, right? So I write, if it's not a string, I just write the integer. In this case, the key is cat, which is a string, so I write cat in the form of a string inside the square bracket. And then I would get the value of because it's a key value pair. So I'll get the value of cat, which is Gigu, in my outcome console. So this is how I access the item inside the pet names. Had I wanted to know for dog, I would write, instead of cat, I would write dog. Had I wanted to know for rat, I would write rat, and monkey, blah, blah, blah. Now, what if I want to delete particular items inside a dictionary? What would I do? Just by using the keyword del or del. Del, you can call it Del or DEL, whatever. So pet names, and then which one do you want to remove? Which one do you want to delete? So the keyword again. So here I want a rat as a key, and then before that, before the print I say, so I just say Del pet name, that's it. I need to give the print command also, that's why it's not coming up. Because unless you write the print command, the output will not be shown on your display screen, on your console. So del, pet names, and the keyword, specific keyword that you want to delete. In this case, the rat. So, and then after that, I need to print the pet names. Then I would find in the console that the rat keyword and its value, the rat keyword and the value has been removed from the pet names dictionary. Oh, there's an error showing up. Something wrong. I'm gonna debug. Sorry about this. Sorry, my Wi-Fi is a bit slow today. Okay, so delete pet names rat. I could do that specifically not only for rat, for dog, cat, whatever keywords are there. Okay, I didn't print out, that's why it was not showing the outcome. I have to print the result, right? So after I delete, first you need to delete, specify what you need to delete by showing the keyword in the square bracket. After that, you need to print out the dictionary again. And then to check whether the deleted item is, yeah, there you go, the rat, the deleted key value pair, rat and the value gigu is not showing up inside the resultant dictionary. So there you go, your work has been done. So you were able to delete rat along with its value from this dictionary. So this is how you delete out specific names. Okay, what if you want to delete all the items one shot? So all you need to do is the dictionary name, which is pet names here, dot clear, using the clear function that is the parenthesis. If you say that pet names dot clear, and then if you print the pet names, you'll find everything has gone away, vanished rather. Everything has vanished. All the items have vanished. The key value items have vanished from the dictionary. There you go. Just one step. So simple, right? There you go. You get empty curly braces. The curly braces or the curly bracket is empty. Why? Showing it has no items. Because you cleared it all. So cool, right? Just in one shot, you can clear all the items by using the function clear. So pet names are clear. That's it. And then if you print out the name of the dictionary, everything gone. So as simple as that. So you can either delete specific items or you can delete all of it, remove all of it by using the clear function. For one item, just use the delete function. That is using the delete keyword and the delete inbuilt function. You can call it delete function or delete method. Let's see some more features. So here you've done deletion. What if you want to add some items? You may like to add items to a dictionary. Most of the time you may be wanting to add names, right? Add items. So in the pet names, let's consider the same dictionary pet names. What if you want to add an item? So for that, you have to consider a key, right? So let's say you want to add a new key by the name of rabbit and you want to give it a value. Something new, let's say, some new names, because rabbit is not existing yet. So let's see what happens if you print it out. Because I didn't allocate it a name. So let's sit down and do that. My key is getting stuck. Okay, I didn't allocate it a value, that's why. So the rabbit is my keyword and the value, because this is how you allocate the value, equal to Mona. Very funny name, right? Very cute name rather. Rabbit's name as Mona, and then I print out pet names. So this is how you allocate the name. Write the keyword first. Do not forget to write the name of the dictionary. First the name of the dictionary, that is pet names, square bracket keys, then equal to the value as a string in this case. And then print pet names. How is your rabbit added? Rabbit is not yet added. Yeah, rabbit is added, the last item. Rabbit is Mona. So there you go, you are able to add items. So you can delete items, you can clear all the items, and you can even add item. Item in this case of course means key value pair. Key value pair you can add. Key value pair you can delete. Key value pair you can add. All the key value pairs you can delete or remove one go. So these are the three things you've been doing now. And you are also able to access items, specific keyword with their names, values. Now, what else you want to do with it? What if you want to change items? Change items as in you want to change the value. Remember, key you cannot change, but the value you can change. So what if you want to change the values of the items or values of the keys? Item in this case is going to be a key. So you are allowed to write values. You are allowed to change values. Values are not unique. The keys are unique. So in this case, I want to change the value of my items or the keys. So that is allowed and you can do that. And how do you go about doing that? So let's see that in the same example dictionary, which is the pet names, we consider the same one. So which one do you want to change? I want to change the value of cat. The value of cat was Gigu. So I want to change, in this case value means name. So I want to change the name of my key or the pet cat to Rani instead of Gigu. That is allowed. So I do that by writing like this, name of the dictionary pet name, square bracket, the keyword equal to the new value. And then I print pet names. Simple as that. So will I be able to see the new value in my dictionary? Let's figure it out. Let's see it in the outcome. There you go. Cat has now become Rani instead of Gigu. So you are allowed to change the value by doing like this. So you've seen how to do that, which means this is something like updating the value. So there's another inbuilt keyword in Python called update. You are allowed to do that using the update method also. But as of now, we are just sticking to these basic methods in dictionaries, which are the easier ones to follow as a beginner. So I'm just teaching you those basic methods. which you can use as a beginner in your simple projects, basic projects as a beginner projects in Python. Okay. Now, what else you want to see? Changing the key, which is not allowed. Let's consider the same dictionary, which is pet names. That's my favorite because I love pets. Haha. Love dogs, cats, cows, monkeys, all of it, rabbits. I'm a lover. Yeah. I hate people who do animal cruelty. Okay, so if you're cruel to animals, don't watch this video. Haha. You don't deserve to do Python if you're cruel to animals. Right? Righto. So, pet names cat. I want to change the keyword of cat to dog. And then I want to print the pet names dictionary. Let's see what happens. Dog, dog, monkey, dog, Alan, cat, dog. So cat instead of Mona becomes dog. Now we are able to do that in this case because Python is not able to identify in this particular scenario. But had it been like your government SDs, ID numbers, passport IC numbers, anything involving security IC numbers, those kind of numbers, those kind of keys, you won't be allowed to change in Python because it's easily identifiable as a prime key. But in this case, dogs, cats, pets, okay, it may not be able to identify it as a primary key, so it might make a difference. It might make a mistake. So like here, for example, instead of the name, it changed it to the key value, which is the dog. So you don't have to bother much about that. Because usually we don't do that. We don't change keys. But remember, in the case of duplicate values, we saw that was not possible. For having duplicate key values was not, you cannot have duplicate key values. In other words, we've already seen that in the previous example. When we tried to do, the last one got overwritten. Okay. So here we are seeing another, we are making another dictionary. We call it like student ID. So like some names and then the ID number, names and ID number. Tony, two names, Tony. So one student's name is Tony and the ID number is X123. Another student number is Bobby and then with X124 or whatever. Just for example's sake. So this is a dictionary. You can have a dictionary like this as well. You can see there are digits as well as string characters here. So this is how we form a dictionary as well. Then I want to print out the student ID. You can do that. Now here are some modifications you want to do. Sorry, my key got stuck. Keyboard got stuck, sorry. So if you have any doubt after watching the video, do remember to smash something in the comment section, or type something in the comment section, and I'll be too glad to help, only too glad to help. My video is a bit slow today, please forgive me because of my keyboard. Or rather my slow Wi-Fi today. So, Tony, so I want to change the keyword. Here's Tony is the key. I want to change it to the value to XZ223. And then I print student ID. Let's see what happens. So let's wait for the, there you go. I was able to change the value of the ID to Z223 instead of the previous value. Like I said, it's possible to change the values from the key value pair. So that was another example. Now the next, this will be the last of it. So next will be iteration. So how do you iterate? How do you iterate through a dictionary? So let's see some examples, some interesting examples. Just 2 examples. And then we are done with. So please stay with me until the end of this video so that you understand how to iterate through a dictionary. So I take the same simple example of the pet names dictionary, and then I write, you must have seen several projects like this, the code for pet in pet names. So this pet was not there existing. This you're writing in your for, in the iteration, the for loop. So for pet in pet names. There are several pet names. I'm writing for a particular pet in pet names, print pet. So that means you want to iterate through the whole pet names, all the keys and the values, and then you want to print just one pet. So what is happening here? Print pet. So that means pet is a keyword. Dog, cat, monkey, rat. All the pets name, all the pet keys are printed out. So in other words, if you want to loop through, if you want to iterate through the pet names, and then you want to iterate only through the keys, and you want to get the result for the keys, then you have to write like this, for pet, because pet is inside pet names, pet is a key, you know that already. So for pet in pet names, yeah, the loop, and then print pet. In that case, you will be getting the each and every value of the keys here, which are the pets. So you can print out the pet one by one, the key one by one, which is the pets here one by one. There's dog, cat, monkey, rat. So you know these are the keys used here. In other words, these are the pets used here. So that was for printing the keys, the dictionary keys one by one. This is how you do. For pet in pet names. Print pet. Simple. Now let's see, what if you want to print out the values one by one? Here you wanted to print out the keys one by one. Next we want to iterate to print out the values in the dictionary one by one. Then what do you do? So iterate to print the values of the keys in the same dictionary. How do you do that? How do you loop it? How do you iterate and how do you loop it? Using the for loop. So here you won't say pet. Here what do you say? Start with for pet in pet names, but after that what do you say? You say name, because you want to have the names, right? So name equals pet names pet. So you want to have the pet names of the pet. So that's why you say name equals What is the name? The name is going to be the pet names pet. Pet is a keyword. So for every pet keyword, you want to have the pet names. So that is going to be your, and then stored in the variable name. And then you don't print pet like in the previous case. Here you print name. The variable that you got for storing the pet names of the pet, you print name. So first you created a variable name, stored all the pet names for the keyword pet, and then you print out the pet names. There you go. When you print out the pet names, you get Alan, Gigu, Ron, Gigu. Here, in the previous case, you print pet. So, you get all the keywords. Here, you are printing name. So, you get all the names, or rather the values of the keys that you printed earlier. So, remember here you are printing the name. But before printing name, you have to assign a value to name. Remember that. You can't just suddenly say for pet in pet. So in the previous case for the pet names dictionary, we were able to iterate and print out the keys separately one by one. In this particular case, for the same dictionary, we are going to print out the values. So what are the values in this case? The different names of the pets. So we are going to print out, instead of printing pet, we will use the code print name. But before that, as you've seen in the code, we had to create a variable. So there you are going, Alan, Gigu, Ron, Gigu. Yeah, these are the names we were able to print out. So we run through the code once more to explain what's happening there. In the previous case, remember, it was animals which were printed out. The animal categories, the species, because they are the keys. So let's go to the main PY again and see the code, evaluate the code. So for pet and pet names, that's the same loop. We create a variable name and then assign and store the values of the pet names of the different pets, pet names. So pet names for the pet, we store in name and then we print the name, as simple as that. And then in that case, after iteration, we are going to be able to print out the names of the pet separately, because here the name is going to be the value of the pet, and pet is the key field number because it is key to value pair, pet to pet name pair, and the dictionary is the same. So just to show you the result again, this is the values. So we have finished the lesson here. I hope you've understood everything clearly. There you go, Alan, Gigu, Ron, Gigu. So this is all about dictionaries in Python. I've taught you all the features, the main ones. In the next week, I'm gonna cover the while loop, which is very important for all your Python projects, even more important than the if-elif loop. So I'm going to cover that, all the important features of the while loop and how to use, why to use. Until then, stay subscribed. If not, smash the subscribe button.